Hi friends, welcome to our channel. In the previous session, we had discussed the introduction part to tree models. Now, one of the main important tree algorithm is decision trees. We already know what is a decision tree. What is a decision tree means at each stage we are taking some decision on the future. Suppose if the future is yes, we are moving in one direction. If the future is no, we are moving in another direction. Suppose in the first class we are dealing with the two futures. Suppose the bonus and lottery. If bonus is equal to yes, we are moving in some direction. If bonus is equal to no, we are moving in some other direction. Now we will discuss these decision trees in terms of some measurements. First, before going to these decision trees, we already discussed two types of tasks. One is a classification task, another one is a clustering task. So the first point is, if we are using classification task, decision trees are used for classification task. If we are using classification task, what do you mean by homogeneous? For example, D is the set of instances. Homogeneous of D means the set of instances in D belongs to a single class. If all the set of instances belonging to a single class, it returns the label of D. The label means the set of instances belonging to a single class. That class name is the label. This is the classification task. When if all the set of instances are homogeneous. If we have another case, if we have non-homogeneous set of instances, if we have non-homogeneous set of instances, then how to assign a class? For example, in this non-homogeneous set of instances, if one subclass, for example di is the one set of instance, one subclass is 0, that means in terms of this sets 5. For example, D is divided into two sets, D1, D2. If D1 is equal to 5, automatically D2 is the set of instance. D2 is equal to 5, D1 is the set of instance. That is, the simple logic is, if the same class contains different set of instances, what we will do? We will return the majority class label. We already know the point. For example, if the set of instances belonging to a single class, the name of the class itself is the label. Suppose the leaf node contains many different types of instances. We are assigning the majority classes as the label. Majority classes as the label. Okay. Now, okay, this point is clear. Now we will move to the decision tree. Assume we have a binary features. What do you mean by binary feature? The output is only two classes. The output is only two classes. Assumption the output is a positive and negative. That is, the set of instances D is divided into two sets, D1 and D2. The set of instances D is divided into two sets, D1 and D2. In each set we have two cases. First D has two cases, D positive, D negative. That is, the positive examples in the set, the negative example in the set. Similarly, to simplify my operation, I am dividing my entire set into two parts. The first part is D1, second part is D2. That is, D1 positive, D1 negative. Similarly, D2 positive, D2 negative. This is my assumption. My assumption is simply positives and negatives are divided. Now, what is our aim? In decision trees, what is our aim is, we have to identify the best split. We have to identify the future. That is, we have to assess the utility of the future. That is to be best split. Which future we have to split to gain the more advantage. Okay, move to that one. To assess the best future, to assess the utility of the best future. Suppose for simplification, suppose for clearly D1 positive is equal to D positive. Assume for a simple example, D1 positive is equal to D positive and D1 negative is equal to 5. What do you mean by this one? The set of all instances are positive if it does not contains any negative classes. If all the instances are positive instances, that is, it does not contains any instances, simply we are assigning this as the positive class. Or D1 negative is equal to D negative and D1 positive is equal to 5. That means the D1 does not contains any positives. D1 does not contains any positives. Obviously the class is negative class. Obviously the class is negative class. This is a very simple classification. If it contains only positives or if contains only negatives, these are called pure. These are called pure sets. That is a purely divided positives and negatives. Now what is our aim? Our aim is, this is the very important one. Our aim is to calculate impurity measure. Remember this one. This is the pure classification, but always this pure classification is not possible. So we have to measure the impurity. How to measure the impurity? Impurity measure for a set of n positive instances and negative instances. For example, the set of n positives and negatives, this impurity, remember some points, depends only on magnitude. The impurity depends only on magnitude, that is the number of positives and number of negatives. Suppose if both the positives and negatives are multiplied, assume if both the positives or negatives are multiplied with the same amount, the impurity does not change. Positives and negatives multiply with the same amount, the impurity does not change, and the impurity is measured in proportional format. So that's why the impurity is measured in proportional format. For example, impurity P is equal to, so some books refers to P dot, that is the proportional measurement of impurity. If you ignore, so no problem. P is the probability. P plus by P plus plus P minus, P plus by P minus. Or suppose if you want to represent in n plus n minus, so magnitude of n positives by n positives plus n negatives. This is the impurity measure, and this is called, remember this one, this is called empirical probability. Empirical probability of positive class. How to measure the impurity? So what is the purpose or need of impurity? For example, if all belongs to same set of classes, so no use. So we have to measure the impurity on a set of positive and negative instances. This impurity depends only on the magnitude of the instances. It does not depend on other factors. That is, if you are multiply both the positive and negatives with the same amount, the value does not change. And at the same time, if you replace positive classes with negative classes, that is P and 1 minus P, if you are swapping positive instances and negative instances, the impurity does not modify. The impurity does not modify. So impurity is measured in the proportional to P is equal to n positive by n plus n minus. Here this is called empirical probability of positive class. Suppose the numerator is positive. What do you mean by negative? N minus by n plus n positive. Now this is the definition of impurity. Now finally what is our aim? We need a function. It returns 0. We need a function, it returns 0 if P is equal to 0 or P is equal to 1. if the empirical probability is equal to either 0 or is equal to 1, it returns a value 0, or 1 by 2, it returns a value 1 by 2 if it reaches, that is if P reaches its maximum. It returns a value 1 by 2 if it reaches the maximum value. This is the introduction. This is the introduction. Up to now what we have done, what is the classification task, how to divide the data into two parts, D1 and D2. Next one is what is the pure measurement. Now how to measure impurity. Now for this function, that is to follow the concept of this, we are defining three different functions. That means three functions that fit into this one. The three functions are minority class, second one is Gini index, third one is entropy. The three functions are minority class, Gini index, entropy. In simple terms, minority class is error rate, Gini index is expected error rate, entropy is expected information. These are the three. First move to minority class. First move to minority class. Simple term is minimum of P comma 1 minus P. Minority class is minimum of P comma 1 minus P. It returns the error rate. Minority class is the error rate. That means minority class is proportion to misclassified examples. Misclassified examples. The name itself specifies, you already know the one word, that is a majority class. For example, we have 40 instances belong to spam, 10 instances belong to ham. Then we think that this class is spam class. Why? Because the number of instances are more for spam class compared to ham class. This is spam class. That means what do you mean by this 10? These 10 are misclassified. This minority class specifies this one. Here 40 is the majority, this 10 is the minority. So minority class specifies the error rate, that is the proportional to misclassified examples. Why this happens? If you are labeled the class based on the majority, the classes are labeled based on majority. If the class is pure class, if the set of instances is a fewer set, that means the errors are fewer. For this, if all the 50 instances are positive, all the 50 instances positive, that means there is no error. That means there is no error. This minority class is represented in impurity format also. 1 by 2 minus P minus 1 by 2. That is the modulus of 1 by 2 minus P minus 1 by 2. Now move to Gini index. Gini index. This Gini index is expected error rate. This is the error rate that is based on majority class. Because of majority class, this error rate occurs. But this Gini index occurs is an expected error rate. What do you mean by expected error rate? We are randomly assign a class to the labels. Randomly assign labels. For example, a particular instance comes. If a particular instance comes, I am assigning that instance as a spam. If one person assigning that instance as ham, that is we are randomly assign labels to instances. That is called expected error rate. For example, P is the positive, 1 minus P is the negative set of instances. For P positive set of instances, 1 minus P negative set of instances. And the false positive is P into 1 minus P, and false negative means Even though multiplication is same, but it differs. Even though multiplication and result is same, but the way of written is written positive and negative, negative and positive. That is the here the meaning is the false positive and false negative, false positive and false negative, and calculate entropy. This is somewhat different to these two. This is error rate. This is randomly assign a label. Expected information, that is simply expected information. Expected information means, suppose I am picking an instance. If somebody says that this instance belongs to positive class, if somebody says this another instance belongs to negative class, that is based on the information presented by different persons, I am assigning the label to that particular instance. You got it? The instances are labeled by some other persons, that is entropy. If the set of instances are very pure, remember here pure means all the set belongs to the same instances, that is the entire set is either positive or entire set is either negative. If the set of instances is pure, any prediction is right because the expected information is the correct. The entropy formula is 1 minus p, 1 minus p, sorry, minus p log p to the base 2, minus p log p to the base 2 minus 1 minus p into log p to the base 2. These are the formula. Minus p log p to the base 2 minus 1 minus p into log of 1 minus p base 2. 1 minus p log of 1 minus p to the base 2. These are the three functions. Suppose if you draw a graph between these three functions, 0, 1, for example, this range is 0.5. If we scale all the values, if you scale all these values to 0.5, the different functions are all these functions merge at 0.5. So these three are minority class, Gini index, entropy. All these classes has the maximum value at 0.5 comma 0.5 scale, 0.5 comma 0.5. Along with these three, we have one more measurement, that is square root of Gini index. That is square root of Gini index. Suppose if you draw a graph, it forms a straight line. All these three are forms curves. This forms in a straight line format. Now we will discuss what is the advantage of this square root of Gini index compared to these three. Square root of Gini index compared to these three. For example, the impurity of a single leaf. Assume dj is the leaf node. The impurity of a single leaf is represented as impurity of dj. The impurity of a single leaf. We have a set of instances d1, d2 and so on dl. We have a set of leaves and all those are mutually exclusive. We have a mutually exclusive set of some subsets. How to represent those impurities? Those are represented in weighted average. Remember, those are represented in weighted average. Represented in weighted average. Weighted average, that is impurity of d1, 2 and dl. Impurity of all those set of instances is equal to sigma I is equal to 1 to L di by d. Weighted average means the particular set by total D is the set of all instances into impurity of Di. Impurity of Di, where D is D1 union D2 union D3 union and so on DL. So the set of all instances. For example, okay, this is representation. For example, perform a binary split. Perform a binary split. That means we have to find the impurity of D1 comma D2. Impurity of D1 comma D2. So how to perform the binary split? First to calculate, measure the impurity of D1 comma impurity of D2. Individually calculate the impurity of D1 and impurity of D2. In the next step, connect a line with these two impurities. Connect a straight line with the two impurities such that the line contains the particular weighted averages. For example, see the graph, it is very clear. This is the impurity. This is the impurity for the original data set D1. Suppose the P. If you are finding the impurity, for example, this is a P1. This is P2. If you draw a line between these two, if you draw a straight line that connects these two, points, we have to find that impurity. How to find the value of P? Suppose the P is the parent, D1, D2, that is the P1, P2 are the children. So D1 by D into P1 plus D2 by D into P2. D2 by D into P2. So here P is called interpolation point. Now, up to now we have discussed how to know impurity, how to calculate impurity, and what are different functions for measuring impurity. The different functions we are using is entropy, minority class, and Gini index. In the next session, we will discuss an example of how to calculate entropy, how to calculate Gini index, similarly minority class. Based on this example, we are constructing a future tree. After construction of future tree, that is the decision tree, the topic is completed. So after completion of this one, definitely you have to move to the part 2. Thank you.